What's up, my Craft a Lot crew? You are watching Craft a Lot TV. Welcome and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we are going to be trying out this Dollar Tree resin. So I was at the Dollar Tree and I seen this resin and I just thought, let me get this and try it out. So it was $5. So you get 3 fluid ounces, and I think each bottle is 3 fluid ounces. But with resin, you have to mix it half and half. So it's not like you don't have 2 bottles, but you have to mix it half and half. Now we won't be using all of this, but we are going to be trying out this here resin. I'm also going to be using some glitters that I got from the Dollar Tree. Sorry if it don't look like I'm looking directly at the camera. I actually have 4 cameras in front of me, so I'm testing out filming on different devices. So if I'm not looking at the camera, I apologize. But yeah, so we are going to be trying out this resin. We're going to be using some Dollar Tree glitters. Dollar Tree does carry silicone molds. However, I have not found any at my Dollar Tree, but I do have some silicone molds that I've had in my stash. So I've just pulled out some small ones. I probably won't use this one, but I pulled this one out as well. Let me just take it out the pack. Now, I've never used this one, but I've had it for a while. So it shouldn't take that much resin for this. And then I also have this that I got from, where did I get this? Hobby Lobby. So yeah. So that is what we are doing today in today's video. So we have our molds. Hopefully you guys can see me. We have our resin. We have our glitter that I did purchase from the Dollar Tree. These were $3. I have some gloves that I just had in my handy dandy crafting stash. I have this tray because I'm going to work on top of this tray. That way I can move it out of my way when I pour or after I pour. I do have some wax paper, but I have this because with resin, for me, it tends to work better when it's a little warm. Now I usually warm my resin on, I have a candle wax warmer that I don't use. Not a candle wax warmer. Well, it's a candle warmer, but not a wax warmer. So it's like one of the flat warmers that you set a candle on. But I can't find it. I don't know where it's at. So that's usually what I use. However, I do have a candle wax warmer. That's right over here, already plugged up. Like this. That you use to warm, melt the candle waxes. So I've plugged it up, and after I mix my resin, I'll set it in here for probably like a, I don't know, not even a minute, probably like a minute maybe, just so it can warm up, so I can work a little faster. So I have some wax paper just inside of that, because I broke the actual bowl that go inside of here, that you will put the candle wax in. What else do I have? I typically work on top of these chopping mats. These are from Dollar Tree. They come 2 in a pack. Let me just sit this over here out the way. So I typically work on top of one of these silicone mats just because it's easy. Excuse me. It's easy to clean up afterwards. So if you ever work with resin, you know, sometimes if you drop it on surfaces, it's hard to clean off. If you use a silicone mat, these are really easy to come off. I mean, it's easy cleanup. It literally just pops off of here. But I'm not going to use this today. Not going to use that today. I actually found this glue gun pad at the Dollar Tree. So I am going to be trying this out. It's a glue gun pad. It is 100% silicone. So I'm going to be trying this out. $1.25. I'm loving the Dollar Tree Crafter Square. Ever since they added that little 25 cent, they've been having some good items. Like the items that they have is like better.
We go together now?
Real bad.
Whatever you say.
I like that.
So I'm trying to get the tape off of here. This mat does feel very thin. So I don't want to like pull it and rip it. So let me see. I think I got some scissors here. Let me just cut it. Hopefully without cutting the mat. Alright. So, okay. Fairly small. It's small, smaller than I thought. So, it is fairly thin. I might work on top of the chopping mat. And then put this on top. Just because it's a bigger working surface. So, y'all can see me. I am just moving my stuff out the way. I also have some measuring cups. I have some popsicle sticks. I have some little medicine cups with measurements on the side, which is these. And I also have these little cups here. Sometimes I'll use one of each of these to make to measure part A and part B, and then I'll pour them together inside of one of these cups. So that is what that is. What else do I have? This is just a piece of butcher paper. It's a piece of butcher paper that I will lay down on my table. So I changed my mind. Like I said, I'm still going to work on top of one of these just because this is not as big as I thought it would be. See the size compared to this here. So I'm going to lay this here on the paper. Like I said, I am going to work on top of this here tray. Just so I can move it out the way, you know, when I'm done. And then move on to another video or another project. Alright. So I have 2 cups, measuring cups. Again, my part A and my part B of my resin. Hopefully you can see that. I'm probably squinting, and that's because I have my glasses off, but I actually hate the way my glasses look with the ring light. Like, I don't know. I got to figure out that situation. But, so I'm going to put on my gloves here. Put my glitters over here. Not sure which one I'm going to use. Grab my molds here, and I'm just going to lay everything out. These gloves kind of big. Usually when I buy these resin molds from Hobby Lobby, I get them when they're is it half price or 30% off? I think they usually have these for like 30% off. So I usually get them when they're on sale. But you can always order them off of online, Amazon, eBay, any of that good stuff. So, got my cups, my molds. And you want to make sure your molds are flat. You want to make sure there's nothing on your molds, because that will be in your design. So I am just going to step around to the other side for a second, and then we'll get started. Okay, you guys, so I apologize. I just adjusted my cameras because I want y'all to be... Ooh, my bad. I just adjusted my cameras because I want you all to be able to see me. Again, like I said, we are just testing out this Dollar Tree resin, so I'm just going to slide that tray up. So I have my 2 measuring cups. Now I am going to put my glasses on for this measuring part, just so I can see these lines. I mean, I could see them without the glasses, but I could see it better with my glasses. So I just go open that. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to use my scissors. So just get this up off of here. And it's just a protective cover that they have on top of it. I'm just going to throw that over to the side. I'm going to try to keep all my junk on top of this paper here. That way when I'm done, I could just wrap it up and trash it. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I do have a microphone, but I need to start using it because I don't be using it. So I'm going to mix 15 mLs of each. Part A and part B. So I'm going to get 15 mLs of part B and 15 mLs of part A, and I'm going to mix that. So that's going to give us a total of 30 mLs. Which this small container is 30 mL. So I'm going to have to pour it inside of one of these cups so it'll fit. So I've never used these, so I'm just opening them up. And it's still a clear little plastic piece on top of here. I'm just going to take my scissors and try to cut it off. This probably would have been easier if I'd have did this before I put these gloves on. But it's all right. So I'm going to put these tops back on here. All right, so here, this is my part A, this is my part B. Like I said, I'm going to mix 15 mLs of each. Not mix, I'm going to pour 15 mLs of each. And then I'm going to mix them inside of this small white cup here. So this is my part A. Sometimes when I do this, I use a scale. I zero my scale out. After I put the cups on there, that way it doesn't take the measurement of the cup, and then I'll use the scale to get this accurate. I'm not going to use the scale today, but normally that's what I do, especially if I'm working in a larger with a larger amount. So I'm just going to kind of get down eye level so I can see my line. Like I said, I'm going to do 15 mLs of each. So that is my part A. I'm done with that one. Now here's my part B. Some people will go ahead and mix the rest of their resin in here. I don't do, sometimes I do that, but I'm not going to do that today. You get a better accurate measurement when you mix them separate then pour them together. So all right, this is my part B, which is the hardener. I'm going to do 15 mLs of this. Take your time pouring so you don't over pour. And there we go. So, got my part A and my part B measure. I'm going to actually leave these out because I probably have to mix some more resin. Because I might do more than one. More than one mold. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix both of these inside of this cup. I should have used a clear cup because when you mixing this, you want to make sure that it's not cloudy and you don't have any bubbles in it, and y'all won't be able to see that inside of this white cup. I should have used one of the clear ones. Maybe for the next batch I will use a clear cup. You want to make sure you get all of your resin outside, out of the measuring cup. And I'm just using a popsicle stick. The craft popsicle sticks that I got from Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just scraping my part A and my part B inside of this here cup. So like I said, I just wanted to test this resin out and just see what it's giving. All right. I don't reuse these. I throw them away. I throw them in the trash. If I mix a new batch, I get new cups. So I am just going to mix this until it's no bubbles. And I can't tell if it's really cloudy because I use this white cup. And I use these cups, but next, if I'm gonna mix another batch while we on here, and I'm gonna use one of these, not that one because it got something in it. But I'm gonna use one of these clear cups for the next batch, just so you can see. So I'm gonna mix this. And it is cold in my house, like I said. Well, I didn't say that. I just told y'all I was gonna use the wax warmer just to kind of warm this up a little bit. But it's cold in here, so it's not really cold. It's kind of a little chilly to me, but it's not warm. So I'm gonna kind of warm this up with that wax warmer right there. That y'all probably can't see because it's way over here. But I'm gonna just sit that there for a second. Typically, I usually mix my resin for maybe like 5, and that just melted. My thing is so hot, it just melted my little cup. Y'all see that? There you go, when a project go wrong. So we're gonna mix another batch, but we still gonna try to salvage some of this. We still gonna try to salvage some of this, and I'm not gonna cut that area out. I'm just gonna continue mixing. So you see how that just wasted? And that's because my thing, it's actually been plugged up for a while, so it's so hot that it just melted my little cup. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna take and mix some of my part A with some of my part B. I'm gonna do 15 mLs of each. So I have these measuring cups here, and I'm gonna just get down eye level just so I can see my line. These are like some little medicine cups, and they have measurement lines on the side of them. So that is my part A, and then I'm gonna mix my part, or measure my part B. So 15 mLs of each. It's a 1-to-1 ratio for all resins that I have seen or that I have used. Okay, so I'm gonna take, y'all can see I took my gloves off, but you want to wear gloves. So I'm gonna take and pour both of these inside of this here clear cup. I'm gonna use a popsicle stick just to make sure I get all of my resin out of each little measuring cup. Like so. And then I'm gonna pour this one, and I'm gonna use that same popsicle stick to try to get all of my resin out. Alright, I'm gonna throw these in the trash. I don't reuse the measuring cups. They actually have some measuring cups as well at the Dollar Tree. I think they were like $3, and I believe they come like 4 in a pack. I'm not sure if those are reusable. Matter of fact, the next time I go to the Dollar Tree, I'm gonna check, because if they are reusable and they like silicone, they easy to clean, I may get those. So I'm gonna just mix this. It's fairly clear, but there's bubbles in here, but I want to make sure I have it mixed really good. I usually mix for about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna heat this to to warm it up a little bit, because using the wax warmer, that's actually too much heat. The candle warmer is not a lot of heat, so that usually works for me. I've never tried the wax warmer. I just was gonna try that just because I had it. But it melted my first cup as soon as I put it on there. So, and I only had it on there for a few seconds. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna mix. Then we'll add some additives, some of our glitter, and then we'll pour in our molds. Then we'll let this sit, and then we'll see the outcome. So I'm just mixing. Again, it's not really cloudy, but as you can see, I'm not sure if y'all can see that. Okay, you guys, so while I am stirring, here is some quick tips. You want to make sure you are doing this in a well-ventilated area. Some people wear respirators. I don't. Sometimes I will wear a mask. This particular resin does not have an odor. You also want to make sure you wear gloves. Sometimes you could take a the little craft blow dryer, not blow dryer, like heat dryer, and just turn it on just for a few seconds, and that can kind of like help warm it up a little bit and pop some of those bubbles out. But like I said, I'm not gonna do that. It's actually mixing pretty well. Depending on the project that I'm doing, sometimes I might let my resin sit until it thickens up a little. But since I'm gonna leave these on this tray until they cure, I'm not gonna do that. If I was doing like a tumbler or something, then I'll actually not necessarily a tumbler. I'm trying to think of a project that I do when I let it sit sometimes. I can't even think. Sometimes when I do like tumblers, I'll let it sit just for a little, but not to get like real thick. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for a second while I decide what glitter I want to use. I like purple. That's my favorite color. Make sure y'all remember that, because you know I mentioned it in a video before. So sometime down the line, we might do a giveaway. So yeah, maybe I'll use this. This is like hearts, purple hearts, and they're kind of like iridescent. Purple, and maybe I'll use something from like this peachy color, peachy hearts. I don't even really care for these two colors together, but we'll use that for one. And all of this resin is not going to fit in one mold, so I'll probably take and pour. I'll split it up. This whole thing will probably fit in this one, but we're probably not going to use this one. Again, I just want to try this resin out. So this here is fairly small, and then this here is fairly small, so we'll just use those. And I have them sitting here on my tray. But let's just get our resin mixture together. So it looks like the bubbles are all gone out of there. So what I'm gonna do is pour some in here, pour some in here, and then we're gonna put some glitter. We're gonna put some glitter inside of this. Okay, yeah, so I put my gloves back on. Since I haven't worked with this resin before, and I know this stuff could potentially break you out, you should always wear gloves when you're using it though. I just don't sometimes. But since I've never used this resin, I just put my gloves back on. So, all right. So I'm gonna mix some glitter in here. It's starting to get warm. I'm gonna just set my stick in there. So I'm gonna mix a few drops of these inside of here, not too much. And then I was gonna mix them together. I'm gonna just do 2 separate ones. Oh, I almost dropped it in the wrong one. Let's go with the peachy color. And I may need more. These are fairly small. But I'm gonna just mix this up. It's not too many in here. I'll mix that one up in a second. So I'm gonna just go ahead. I feel like I want to mix this. Should have got some other glitter, but I just wanted to use what I got from Dollar Tree. So let me just, all right, I like that a little better. So I'm just gonna pour this inside of one of these. You can spritz this with alcohol so you don't get bubbles. I'm not gonna do that just because I'm just testing this out. Plus I don't feel like I don't have any alcohol inside of a spray bottle right now, and I don't feel like doing it, so I'm just gonna pour this in here. That actually was just enough to fit inside of there. It's a little bit left in here, but not enough to do nothing with. So it's just purple on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix this one up. With this purple one, I'm actually gonna use some of the teal color. And this is no particular shape. It just looked like some chunky glitter. Not really chunky, but I don't know. It's some glitter. So I'm gonna mix this with this. And then we're gonna pour another one. Then we're gonna let that sit and see what we get. I might use this inside of here. So I'm just mixing this up. I'm gonna use this inside of that one. Sometimes when I'm using resin, I'll mix. Y'all probably hear my husband talking. Probably need to shut this door so y'all don't hear him. I'll mix alcohol inks. I don't know if I said that already, but anyway, sometimes I mix alcohol inks inside of my glue resin, so it's not like transparent. Actually, it still be transparent, it just have color. If I'm explaining right. So all right, so I still got a little bit left in here as well. Let me just stop trying to use that and just get another popsicle stick. So So I want this to be even around the top. So I'm gonna just put just a little bit more. All right. There's not much in here. I'm just gonna mix this with this and we're gonna, I don't know, pour it somewhere in one of these molds. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I feel like I'm kind of whispering right now. I need to start using these microphones that I paid for and have not been using. Because that's what I bought them for, to use it and so the sound to be better. So it's just a little bit of resin in here. It's not enough to fill this up. I'm gonna just use some in here. And this don't really take much. It's like a dog tag mold. This ain't even enough to do nothing with, but I'm gonna just pour it inside of here. Not enough to do anything with at all. I should have just tossed that in the trash. All right, so there's our molds. So we'll be back when they cure so we can see what this resin is doing. Drop down in the comments how y'all think this gonna turn out. So, I just want y'all to see. This is our molds. So we're gonna let them cure and we'll be back.
6 hours later.
Okay, you guys, so it's been 6 hours since these have been curing. And I'm gonna see if I can take them out of this mold really quick. So, this here's the first one and they still fairly soft, but I could take it out. So I'm gonna let these cure some more, but I am gonna pop them out the mold. So again, I'm able to take them out, but they are still soft. See, so it needs to cure some more. So in this one, I used some of the first batch of resin that I messed up just to kind of fill this tray in, just to see if it'll work. So we are gonna let those continue to cure. At this point, it has been 6 hours. So we'll probably give these a total, a whole 24 hours to cure. Here is the moment of truth. So here is what we have. Is pretty hard. They actually turned out really well. Excuse my ashy hands. So they actually turned out really well. I'm actually impressed with the Dollar Tree resin, you guys. So these are for like keychains. As you can see, it has the hole here, so you can put your little ring for your keychain. This is the one that I didn't have enough resin for, and I decided to use the resin that I messed up in the beginning. I'm now thinking I should have kept it because it actually cured really good. I didn't think it was mixed all the way when it when our cup melted and it wasted, but it actually worked pretty well. And usually I've mixed resin before where I've mixed a batch, did a pour, then mixed another batch and poured it with that, and it didn't cure right. So this actually did pretty well. I am impressed with the Dollar Tree resin, you guys. So in my opinion, if you just now getting started with doing resin projects and you want to try resin projects out, I would recommend this for that. However, if you're going to be doing like large batches of things, I wouldn't recommend this. You get more bang for your buck buying a larger bottles. However, this actually worked really well. So if you just want to try it out, I recommend just taking and spending $5 just to try it out, because it actually worked really, really well. I am impressed. This resin did not have any odor. Now that don't mean it wasn't fumes in the space where I was working. I just didn't smell anything. Sometimes when you use resin, you'll smell strong odors. As I stated previously, you want to make sure you work in a well-ventilated area. You want to make sure you wear gloves to protect your hands, and you want to make sure you wear a mask. So that is it for this video. Like I said, if you're just getting started doing resin projects or you want to try it out, I recommend you try the Dollar Tree resin. It was very easy to mix. It cures slow, so it doesn't cure fast on you. So curing slow, that's actually good for somebody that's just getting started. So I recommend trying it out. But until next time, y'all, that is it for this video. Make sure you like the video. Drop some comments down below. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's it, you guys. Deuces.